Welcome back. So I missed the last video and we're gonna catch up. Welcome back to the Baller Fam. We're gonna talk about the last 2 weeks in the SLB, and I'm gonna talk about the plays and the highlights that I think are big to me. But if you guys got any highlights you want to talk about, let me know. First up, I'm gonna start with the Sheffield Sharks, and because in that game, in week 2, Prentice Nixon went off for a 39-point game against the Cheshire Phoenix. I don't know, but I think both coaches were trying to play an open court. Mostly going for an offensive, leaving the rim open. So there wasn't much defense on display. But however, you did have Skylar still put on a defensive display and pulling down the ball for a defensive rebound, which I believe he had some 8 on the night. Knocking down some shots as well and pulling the weight. There were others who were pulling their weight in goal. That's Tyreek Grayson. He dropped down some shots. It was mid-range, occasional rim shot, and occasional 3. The game was passionate. The fans, the teams were at each other's throat. This is what we want to see in the SLB. They were just literally at each other. The Sharks eventually got the better of the Phoenix and managed to edge it through. And so that was the game that really just made me just wow. You know, the technique, that it was a beautiful game to watch. However, there was a game that I thought was another highlight game where it was just pure defensive. And yeah, it slowed everything down. It was so slow. But you can tell 2 different coaching philosophies. One coach philosophy was clearly to do counter-attack in basketball. And another coach philosophy was to literally do a fast-paced basketball. And when I say fast-paced, it's not something as in, you know, running the floor and they're just passing it anywhere. This is still like controlled and still tactical, fast-paced. Still finding your open shots. Still finding people to take shots. And so when I saw these 2 teams, with the Caledonia counter-attacking basketball was good. The transitions, shots were on display. Patrick Whelan being their go-to guy, able to shoot off the dribble. And this is not something that everyone can do, but he can pull it off, and he pulled it off a few times. Gareth Money was trying to work with Theo. You can see he was trying to put Theo into the paint, so they don't have to rely on Patrick Whelan, and make sure that, you know, they get someone in the paint as a threat and someone on the actual 3-point line as a threat. That way, that opens up the fence more to other people to get to the lane. So yeah, it was allowing for a more efficient offense. You can see that's what Gareth Murray was trying to do. Whereas Manchester Basketball's approach was different. Their one was, you know, as a coach by Callum Jones, who was an ex-player, their philosophy was more fast-paced basketball. You know, and this wasn't your average fast-paced. This wasn't like shoot first, ask questions later. This was your fast-paced, like they pass the ball to the man that's open, and they keep passing to his open so they can knock down the shot, or they do backdoor cuts. And I mean, these backdoor cuts were quick. They wasn't trying to shoot on the transition though. So they wasn't trying to shoot on the transition. This is more get fast to the rim. If you can't get to the rim fast, pass out fast, and try to cut in fast. This is what they were trying to do. Really utilize their speed. And I don't know why. Maybe Callum hasn't got players he feels that he can slow down with, or, you know, maybe he just feels that they need to be fast and knock it down fast. Maybe he feels that that's the strength. I don't really know. However, these 2 attacking styles did eventually come to head, where the Caledonians eventually did beat the Manchester, because they obviously efficiency eventually does pay out in the end. And also, you know, Manchester lost a lot of stamina. You know, this is why people don't really do that fast approach, because you do lose stamina quite quickly, and this is where Caledonia just seen out the game and won that game. Next up, as you guys know, man, I'm a London Lions fan, and, you know, is there anything else that needs to be said? You know, we lost completely. We were outclassed. We were outplayed and outscored from the get-go. Leicester came out on the court with something to prove. They terrorised our defence. There wasn't much. Wasn't much as London's Lions, because they couldn't do much at all really. Because the Riders got to the rim. They had players that can shoot on the 3-point line. You know, you had Zach Jackson, who could literally shoot anywhere, 3-point, at the rim. You had Abercrombie, who can literally get into the post. You know, you had Washington. You had, what's his name again? Oh, man. Forget his name. I got to remember his name. I've forgotten his name. Bowen, that's it. Bowen. He's another great player. He just was taking it to London. And, you know, you can see that London didn't really have an answer. And London, you know, there was highlights of greatness there. You can see there's a good team, a really good team. But the confidence just wasn't there. They have open shots, but they're scared to take it. So defense meet them at the line. You know, they had open plays. You know, they're just scared. They're just trying to quickly throw it to get open, look at the rim, and it was just too readable, too predictable, and the defense blocked them out of everything. And I don't know if that's because they haven't been together long, or is that because they don't really know each other's skills, or haven't really built that trust or that gel with each other yet. We only can tell in the future. But as of seeing the London Lions go against Leicester, we lost terribly, you know. And then we go on to play Bristol Flyers at home, and then we win. And you're thinking, wow, but even in that game when we won against Bristol Flyers, it wasn't a convincing win. It wasn't a convincing win at all. As you can see, Bristol Flyers were a team that looked, you know, very strong. London Lions came up with something to prove that we're not here to play around either. But at the end of the day, when it came to Bristol, their team looked stronger than ours. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like we had anything over Bristol. You know, and this was in the midweek. So this is when week 3 actually started. You know, we won against them, but it wasn't really. It was a great match. Don't get me wrong. It was a good match. London Lions came out with a thing to prove. They showed how much skill they have. They can shoot, but we just needed that one piece that could actually just take them. We have things there, but we need one piece. I still don't know about Adebayo. I still don't know about Sandy. Even though these guys they're not bad, to say that. And I'm also concerned about Flood as well, but they're not bad. But they need to we need to see more from them going forward, because too many mistakes are being made and teams are just utilising it. And so besides that, we go to the big game between the Caledonia Gladiators and Newcastle Eagles. And this game I watched it, was intense. I actually thought Caledonia had it. I don't know what it is with Caledonia in this game. It's like they lose concentration at the end. Everything was going fine, and it seems like Caledonia was getting really into the game, and just everything just fell apart. And the Eagles just literally exploited that completely. They've got the players to do that. Like, people need to stop sleeping on Josh Ward-Hibbett. They need to stop acting like he's just an anybody. He played for the London Lions amongst a team or amongst players at that time who were already playing in the EuroLeague and playing in top basketball. So he's got enough skill to be on a roster with them. This man is very skillful. So Caledonia needs to give him a lot more respect on the court, as they did it, and it cost them. And so that match was really good. Game was really good. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it wasn't great entertaining, but it was definitely it's definitely one of those games you should watch. On to the next one, man. I'm not going to talk about all of them, guys. I'm just going to cover the ones that I think really were good. So that's about it, really. If you know London Lions, we end up losing again to Bristol, where we went back to back. Bristol to beat us again. And it's now, I think it is 1-3. So this trophy, I do like the trophy layout. It's really highlighting teams and making teams stronger. But that's it, guys, for week 2 and week 3 for the SLB. I'm going to try and make more videos. What's been happening with me, why the videos didn't come out quick and fast, is because I have been sick, guys. I've been ill, so you know, I'm trying to get better. Even now, I'm not fully better, but I'm getting there. So what's going on is, when I release this video and you guys see it, hopefully you'll understand. But yeah, until next time, next week, I will be covering the ENBL more deeply. I'm going to talk about the games as well, and I'm going to talk about who's in it. I think it's Newcastle, Bristol Flyers. I would like to see some more teams in it. I think Leicester, damn it, should be in it. Why isn't Leicester in it? Like, you know, if Newcastle and Leicester should be in it, you know, we should have more teams go into European competition. I know we can talk about that another time. Next video, guys.